Hi, thank you for tuning in. Okay, so as you know, we've been building this WRX behind us. We have since put all new brakes, gravel, strut suspension underneath it. We've got all new JDM drivetrain underneath it to be a little bit more comfortable. We've also got some JDM STI seats in it, which are much more comfortable than the electric leather seats that were hard as planks that came with it. Underneath, of course, we've got the hood pins in. That's in case of emergency. There you go, give you a look. In the case of emergency, it catches fire or whatever, emergency must be able to access under the hood very quickly. So if you have a release inside the car, and they won't be able to put the fire out, they'll just walk away. So, well, they'll try, but then they'll just have to walk away. So here is the drivetrain, looking pretty good. We're chasing little niggly things that come up. We had a CEL code come in. That was because we have a motorsport catalytic converter in it and through a code. So we've did some research with Fred. As you know, the guy that built this car for us is Fred Duell at Duell's Garage or Subi Solutions up in Fort Edwards, New York. Absolutely wonderful, fantastic guy to work with, fantastic team up there. I'm still going backwards and forwards with him about little things that have come up that we're fixing as we go. You know, they put together 10,000 bolts when they do these things, and there's going to be little things that just sort of catch you out a little bit. So we're finding just a couple of those. And Fred's been on the phone to me, just sorting them out, sourcing them out. Like the CEL code. We had to look for the sensor, and we're going to put a 2.2 ohm in it, and that will, we're going to clear the codes, and then that will address that issue and turn off the check engine light. We had a P0546 code come up, which is what that was for. It's just because there wasn't enough back pressure or reading high heat temperatures, which there wasn't any high heat temperatures, but that's just the code it throws. So backwards and forwards with Fred at Subi Solutions in upstate New York. He's been absolutely bloody marvelous the whole time, working with us after we got the car back from him. We are all looking pretty good underneath. You know, we got our new brakes, again, gravel suspension struts and springs. Gives the car a really good, very strong ride. I feel like you can just take any jump with it now. It just feels really good. There's the front right. As you can see, we've been bedding in the brakes. You can see they've been dragging a little bit, just bedding those in. Shortly we will bleed the brakes and get that pedal back up higher. The whole car is looking really good. It's really enjoyable to drive. It's you feel like you just take a jump with it now and fly over. So if we want to get funny with it, the amount of money we've spent on it so far, well, we've basically spent about $10,000 or $12,000 so far to build a $2,000 WRX. But once the cage goes in it later this year and the seats and harnesses, then it'll be a $15,000 rally car, and at that point it's a pretty cheap rally car. And then off we go. We'll be on the stages maybe the end of this year or at least starting next year. So that's an update with this. Next update will be when the weather clears, and we'll do a drive along, and we'll show you, we'll talk about how well it's driving right now. We're really happy with the car. It's driving great, it's performing great, couldn't be happier. So tune in next time. We will do a drive along, and you can see how it goes. May even do it at the autocross or at the track or something, so you can get an idea. It does have a 32mm restrictor in it right now, so at $5,000 you're all out of air. So we shift early because of the high performance catalytic converter. There's not a lot of back pressure there, so it does boost to 19 and then fall back to 14, 15, which is normal because that's a normal WRX boost. So all that stuff we're sort of dialing into it. Once we get into it and tune it shortly, that will all go away, that will all stabilize, and it should be putting out some good, decent torque numbers. Not interested in horsepower, just getting the low end torque going. So tune in for that one, and we'll get back to you.